like where all the dust collects on them, you see all the dirt. No. Really? Dushkas. And those things go through armour anyways, don't they? 12.7. Yeah, thanks a lot. Cheers. Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
Cheers, guys. Have a good day.
All right.
See you later, mate. Cheers.
Just a generator pack generator in an armoured bot, but I didn't realise that it's Saris. Yeah. No. Boxer. Marker. Hi guys. Is it okay if video and talk about your boxer here?
Yeah, it's okay. There's no problem. Just don't make any pictures or videos from the inside.
Got it. Cool. Awesome.
See the mod system's operating down there.
So they're in that top current. So that's in our... Yeah.
Is that error block? Is it? We're going to use originally on. Yeah.
You can kick down those and happen.
Once you put slot it all up. I won't.
Please don't do that, mate.
I've never seen that marking actually ever on the.
That's
just
ATDU.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Oh, nice. Is it alright? Have a look at your CR. I forgot. It's Combat Engineering Drafter.
Armoured Engineering Drafter.
Armoured Engineering.
Thank you.
That's it. Yeah. That's the new. Nobody's interested in the bridge layer. I am. I said nobody's interested in the bridge layer. I am. Yeah. I think it's lovely.
No, it's good that it can
Yeah. Do you have to have an improved power pack on these then to operate the?
No, what they have is the same power pack as in the trade.
It's what they would develop to but if you go down, you're going to look at Mastiff and all that, they get bigger and bigger and bigger as the wagons go on. You sort of realise that actually you can't get guys to operate in these sort of spaces because they can't do the job correctly. So yeah, people listen over the years eventually.
So people are going to see you out and about across the whole day today with the Mega Beast. Next time. Mega Beast. The rubber traction about.
Now, one of the issues about tanks is what they're there for, of course. A tank is there to carry that gun, and the gun is there to put its ammunition on an enemy target, hopefully more efficiently than the bad guys coming the other way. The aim of that gun is really, with post-war tanks, it's about creating a weapon system that can knock out other tanks. On the post-war era, they've gone out the window. We're now getting to the point of only one or maybe two main types of tanks going into service. And the idea was that if we look at all those vehicles there, there's a gunnery story there which is well illustrated. That tank has got a 120mm gunning. It was developed in the 1950s, the idea being that the more standard American tanks, such as the Patton series, the M47, M48s, they might not be able to take on those heavier. So when the British developed the 105mm gun, that all went out the window because that gun could supersede the 120mm. So I'll point out those tank guns out there where those vehicles go around, because the British L7 105mm gun is the T-64 was a tank that Russians built, but it was so expensive they just couldn't make enough of them. So the T-72 was really a cheaper alternative to the earlier T-64 tank. 125mm gun, but as we've been mentioning, if you look at the profile of this tank, the T-72, much lower than the equipment that goes out of service with the US Army gets passed on to the US Marines. So for example, in the first Gulf War, you were seeing American M1 tanks being used by the American Army. Then they can actually go into overdrive and they don't have to set up a brand new factory. The last produced M60A1 was made actually as late as May 1980. They've upgraded them. You've got M60A3, so like so many tanks, they go back to the factories or back to workshops and get improvements to put on. Reliability, improved selected equipment, which basically means they soup up the engine, again with gunnery inside the turret. And again, there's all that gun technology we don't see. We always hear about things like the sights, how you load it, actually holding on to the gun and managing the recoil of that gun. Why some guns have muzzle brakes? The idea there is to capture an engine, CV12 Condor engine. It's got what they call hydro-pneumatic suspension, again new type of suspension system, but at the time it was fairly obvious it wasn't the tank that had been specified by the British Army. That's a Challenger one did very, very well. And we can see that Leopard 1 tank off there. This particular Leopard 1 was gifted to us by the Canadian Army. Canada, like many countries, went through that period, do we need tanks? Beginning of the year 2000, or early 2000s, Canada said, no, we don't need Leopard tanks anymore, and they got rid of them. And here at the Tank Museum, we wrote a very quick letter and said, can we have some? And very kindly, the Canadian military, the Canadian Defence Forces, gave us 2 Leopard tanks, an M113 and our Cougar we saw earlier, so that was brilliant for us. Then the Canadian Forces, Canadian Defence Forces, went off to fight in Afghanistan. Decided actually tanks were still required by the Monarch Force. So they ended up buying more, first of all renting and then buying more Leopard tanks from the Germans and putting them back into service.